What if your words could literally reshape reality? Hi, welcome. I am so glad you're here. I want to talk to you today about something powerful, something that quantum physics is proving and ancient wisdom has always known. What if I told you that the words you speak to yourself, the inner dialogue running on repeat in your mind, is literally shaping your reality at the quantum level? If you have ever had a dream that feels so real when you think about it, you can almost touch it, but then you go back to your daily life and it just fades away like it was never even possible. If that's you, put a one in the chat right now and let me know. Or if you've tried all of the things, you've tried the vision boards, the affirmations, the journals, and some of it might work for a moment. But then you find yourself right back where you started. This is for you. And I'm going to show you why that happens, and more importantly, how to change it using science and not just wishful thinking. So let's dive in. Now, here's the thing. I'd say 90% of people have dreams that they never actually pursue. It's not because they lack talent, and it's definitely not because they don't want it badly enough. The real reason? They're using the wrong tool for the job. They're wishing, but they're not weaving. And they're definitely not speaking their reality into being. And that's where wishcraft comes in. Wishcraft is the art and science of turning your deepest desires into reality through the power of your own voice and through quantum intention. It's about taking that magical, dreamy energy of a wish and combining it with science to create an actual audio recording, an audio talisman that recodes your subconscious mind. Think of it this way. Wishing is when you close your eyes and you blow on a dandelion. But wishcraft? That's when you learn the exact words to speak. You record them in your own voice and you listen to that recording daily until your brain literally can't tell the difference between your wish and your reality. Now, before we get to how this works, let me show you three of the biggest barriers that keep people stuck. Now, barrier number one, most people think they know what they want. But when you ask them to describe it, technically, they get fuzzy. I want to be happy. Well, okay. What does that look like? Where do you live? What's your routine? Who are you surrounded by? You can't create what you can't clearly see. Now, barrier number two, the belief block. Even when you get clear, there's this little tiny voice that whispers, who are you to want this? Or people like you don't do things like that. And these limiting beliefs, they are very, very sneaky. They masquerade as being realistic, being logical, when really they're just fear wearing a fancy cape. Now, the last one, barrier number three, the action paralysis. And here's the big one. You don't know where to start. That dream you want feels so big and so far away that you freeze. Or you start 20 different things and you finish none of them. If that sounds like you, put your hand up. Even if you're watching this by yourself, I want you to acknowledge it. Put that hand right up. But know that you're not alone. And here's the good news. Wishcraft addresses all three of these barriers. But first, I want to show you the science behind why this works. Okay, you ready? This is where it gets really interesting. Have you ever heard of the observer effect in quantum physics? Quantum physicists discovered something absolutely wild. At the subatomic level, particles exist in multiple states at once, what they call superposition. But here's the kicker. The moment you observe them, they collapse into one specific state. Now, let me tell you what that means in English, for those of you that aren't sure. In other words, the act of observing something literally changes reality at the quantum level. Now, that's pretty cool, isn't it? There's a researcher named Dr. Dean Radin at the Institute of Noetic Sciences, and he's been studying this for decades. And he's done experiments showing that focused intention, that's where you're focusing very clearly on something, and observation can actually influence random number generators and even biological systems. Measurable, repeatable results. That's science. But here's what that means for you and for your dreams. When you get crystal clear on what you want, when you truly observe your desire with focused attention, you're not just daydreaming, you are actually collapsing the quantum field of infinite possibilities into one specific reality. And that's not magic, ladies and gentlemen. That's physics. Now, I want you to think of your dream like it's in a fog. It exists, but it's kind of fuzzy. It's everywhere and nowhere all at once. Now, wishcraft is about shining a laser focused beam of light through that fog and observing it so clearly and so consistently that it simply must materialize. Now, let me prove to you why your voice specifically is the key to making this work. I want you to do something with me right now. So, whatever you're doing, drop it, let it go. If you're driving, don't do that. Maybe do this some other time. But this only takes about 60 seconds. But you have to really do it with me. You can't just watch. Are you ready? Giving you a moment. Now, first, I'm going to say something to you. And I want you to just listen. Don't say anything yet. Just receive it. Okay? You can even put your hand on your heart and just receive. You are worthy. You are powerful. And you are so, so enough. Now, I want you to just notice how that landed. Maybe it felt nice. Maybe you believed me. Maybe you didn't. Just notice. Now I want you to say something, and you need to say it out loud. I don't care if you're at Starbucks, if you're in your car, if you're at your desk, if you're doing yoga on the floor. You can whisper it, but you must hear your own voice say it. Are you ready? Say this with me right now. I am worthy. I am powerful. And I am enough. Did you feel that shift? And did you feel the difference? I know you did, because that's not coincidence. That's neuroscience. And I've got full on goosebumps just saying it. Now, when you hear me say you're worthy, your brain processes it in the language centers. It's information, it's nice, but it's external. It's just noise. But when you say, I am worthy, in your own voice, your brain lights up differently. Your default mode network, that's the part that processes self identity. It activates. Your amygdala, your emotional center responds. Your brain recognizes, oh, that's me saying this. So it must be true. Now, this is why reading affirmations doesn't stick. Have you ever tried that? You read affirmation upon affirmation, you think, why am I not realizing my dreams? And that's why other people's meditations feel really good. But unless they really know what they're doing to craft the language together, they don't always create lasting change. But your voice, speaking your truth, that goes straight to your subconscious and it rewires you from the inside out. Pretty cool, right? Now, let me show you one more thing. And this one's even more powerful. This one will completely blow your freaking mind. We're going to do a before and after energy experiment. First, I want you to think about something that stresses you out. Maybe it's money, not having enough, not sure how you're going to pay the bills, not knowing how you can do all the cool things you want to do. Maybe it's a relationship, knowing that you're sitting on the couch alone watching TV. You would love to have someone else with you, but you just can't figure out how to do that. Maybe it's your job. You wake up every morning and think, oh, can I just call in sick? I really don't want to do this. Now bring whatever it is to your mind and hold it there for 10 seconds. I'm going to pause right now. Just hold it. Now I just want you to notice. Notice what's happening in your body. Your shoulders, maybe they're coming up to your ears. Your jaw, does it feel tight? Your breathing, is it a little shallower? You probably feel very contracted, very tight, either heavy or small. Yeah, that energy, that's a low vibration. And when you're in that state, you create more of that state. And nobody wants that. Now I want you to literally shake it off. Shake your body for at least 3 seconds. I don't care if you're in the street, if you're at the grocery store, just shake it out. Dogs do it all the time. This is how they release. So shake it out. Now, we're going to do something even more exciting. Now, I want you to think about your biggest dream. This is that big, hairy, audacious goal, the thing you wish was already real. And if you can, close your eyes. See it as if it's happening right now. Not someday, now. Feel it in your body. Feel the joy, the relief, the excitement, the peace, and the knowing that it's yours. And I'm going to pause right now so you can feel that in your body. Take that moment and just feel it. Now open your eyes. Did you feel that shift? I know you did. You're the same person. You're in the same room. It's that same moment, but it's a completely different energy, isn't it? Now, this is quantum physics in action. You just collapsed a different reality into form by observing it differently. Your stress thought, that was you and observing and creating one reality. Your dream thought, that was you creating a completely different reality. And here's what most people do. They have this moment of high vibration, and then they go back to their regular thoughts, their regular words, and their regular frequency. But what if you could lock in that high vibration? What if you could listen to your own voice reminding you of that feeling every single morning? And that's what we do in Wishcraft. We capture that high vibe state, we put it in our own words, we record it in your voice, and we make it your new operating system. You literally train your brain to live in the frequency of your wish fulfilled. And that's exactly what we're going to do together in the Wishcraft Masterclass. Wishcraft gives you a proven framework to harness this quantum power and overcome those 3 barriers that I mentioned. So, first, you get radically clear on what you actually want. Not what you think you should want, but what lights you up. And this is one quantum observation. And you're selecting from infinite possibilities. 2, you identify and recode those limiting beliefs because limiting beliefs are just old observations that have collapsed into patterns. And we get to create new observations and new patterns. And 3, you break your big scary dream into small quantum leaps. Tiny, consistent actions that shift your energy and signal to the universe, I'm serious about this. Now, let me give you a quick example. I had a client, let's call her Maria, and she was stuck in a job that she hated for 12 years. She dreamed of breaking free. She really wanted to become a coach, but she kept shutting it down. She thought, I have a family, it's not practical. How can I make this happen? And we got clear. She wanted her own coaching practice, 10 to 15 clients a month, and the freedom to pick her kids up from school. She could see it. We tackled her limiting beliefs. I'm too old. We reframed it. She wasn't starting over, but she was leveraging all of the experience that she already had from her current job. And we broke it down into tiny steps. Not quit and start a business. That can be terrifying on your nervous system. Her first action, research. Find 3 certifications and just take 20 minutes. Just start that process of observing. 9 months later, Maria has 12 clients, makes more than her current salary, and she wakes up excited about her life. Now that is wishcraft in action. So here's what I want to invite you to do. I've created a 1-hour live wishcraft masterclass. It's happening October 29th at 6 p.m. EST. And we're going to do this work together. And here's what happens. First, I'm going to guide you through a visualization where you experience your wish as if it's already real. And you're going to drop into that feeling in your body. And this is that quantum observation at its deepest level. Second, I'm going to teach you the wishcraft framework, the exact language patterns that speak to your subconscious mind. And then you get to craft your script, your words, your truth, not generic affirmations, but your specific frequency. Don't worry. If this sounds scary, I'm there to help you. And third, this is where the magic happens. You record your script in your own voice, right there live, with my guidance, and you walk away with an audio that you can listen to every single day. Imagine having a recording in your voice that literally recodes your inner world every time you listen to it. Your own voice reminding you, I am worthy. I am powerful. My dream is already real. Every morning you press play, and day by day, your subconscious recodes, rewires, your energy shifts, and your reality changes. This is the wish it, weave it, walk it process. You wish it through the visualization, you weave it by crafting your script, and you walk it by listening to your recording daily and watching your life transform. So again, masterclass is on October 29th at 6 p.m. EST. It's live, and I'm keeping it small so I can give everyone personal attention. So the registration link will be in the description below this video. Click it, grab your spot, and get ready to speak your reality into being. This isn't just information. This is transformation. And I can't wait to witness what comes through for you. Listen, I truly believe that your dreams matter. They're not random, they're not silly, they're definitely not too much. Your dreams are whispers from your future, showing you what you're meant to become. And the most powerful tool you have to bring them to life, your voice, your words, the language you use when you speak to yourself. Wishcraft is no longer about waiting for the universe to deliver. It's about you becoming the universe, knowing that it was you all along. It's about using quantum intention and your own recorded voice to literally speak your reality into being. So if you've been waiting for a sign, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Click that link below. Join me on October 29th at 6 p.m. EST. Bring your dream, bring your voice, and get ready to do something that changes everything. Now, I will see you in Wishcraft. Go make some magic happen.